No, because I think it's like not necessarily the time, but the age. And like when you're in your 19, 20, early 20s, you're still young and
Sick joke right now.
you're still young and you don't really know what you want.
Like, for a date, I really just think in person or over phone or text is appropriate. I don't think the other forms are really appropriate, although I know for some reason Facebook chat is the new
Oh, sick burn.
I know way for people to ask each other out or whatever, but I don't think it's appropriate. I would much rather have someone ask me out in person.
I mean, in some ways, we've become a little more honest because I don't know, there's a lot of like off the cuff communication that I think happens really naturally, and so a lot more of that happens with Facebook and etc. etc. But like having like expressing a feeling in a Facebook message just doesn't really happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that it's important for people our age or important to you that relationships are exclusive or that they're more like open and social?
I think it's important to most. I mean, I noticed that most relationships it is important.
I think that in our culture, dating kind of speeds up in like a college background. It's like you don't take anything slow a lot of times. It's usually like the whole relationship is sped up, which sometimes leads to like ending sooner as well.
Facebook and then like maybe Twitter, your cell phone, texting, if you see them, if you talk to their friends, like you always are focused on sending the right message. And there's so many ways to do it.
You're like overly dependent on communicating like all the time. Like if you don't get like a message from that person like within 24 hours, you're like, well, what is this? Like, what are they trying to do? Just blow me off? And it's like, but there's 1,000 ways to communicate, and then like through text messages, you read attitude when there's no attitude, and you put it in all these different ways, and it just never comes out straight. So like you can interpret things, every single action through like some kind of communication differently. So.
It seems like everything was so much more genuine. Like with technology, it seems like things just get more corrupt and like twisted. And then in the old days, like everyone was just so sincere and like, if I want to take you out, I'm really going to invite you because there's no other way to mess with your mind. So 5 o'clock it is. See you then. A lot of girls' self-confidence too. If like our society was more focused on like you need to take a girl out for a real date and you need to respect a guy enough to be out there for a real date, because I think girls get really insecure, and especially when they don't go on really nice dates, so they feel respected, and it leads them to like giving it up faster and then getting their heart broken sooner.